Hello and welcome to me playing Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm playing the white-blue quest deck today. It's called Sky Patrol. It's one of the 10 multicolored decks you get for free for just starting to play Magic the Gathering Arena. It gives you access to some cards, like there's this rare here, it's a land, it's a good land. You have one of it in this deck. There's this common land, you have 4 of them, they come into play tapped, it's very slow. Here's another great card. You'll see this in white decks often. This is also rare. You'll never see this in any deck. People might be surprised. They might read this card if you play against them. This is also a staple counter. It's been one of the few playable counters with the most recent sets. There's some new counters came together with the wolves for blue. And this is also rare. You get one with the rares, but it's not often played. What do we see? We see here the dog, the doggo that grows when an exile effect happens. It happens only once each turn. Recently, people started playing this in mono white, so this very obscure white dog is now gaining more ground. I right away showed a few of the rares that are here, some of the cards you might recognize. There's also Luminarch Aspirant here. If you have ever played against mono white or white deck with creatures, you've seen this card. There's a portable hole. There's many things that try to grow this dog. They have exile effects. This bird that you've never seen maybe. If you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, draw a card. So if you have foretold a card, and maybe even with the new set with casting it like a flashback, it might become a more powerful creature. This 2-bird for 3 mana. This rare that you've never seen, it helps you foretell cards cheaper. It has foretell itself. Foretell is a mainstay here for many of the cards. Starnheim Unleashed is a very powerful card. When a few of these angels come on the board and there's no answer, it's usually a big deal. So also foretell cards. I've always viewed this white-blue deck as a bit too slow, like the creatures that. You foretell this horse, and then at some point you have a 3/3 flyer, which is not that big of a deal if you have to foretell it and then cast it, or you have to cast it for 4. Also 2/2 flyer for 3 mana, and most of these creatures, there's the single Luminarch Aspirant, and that will help you grow stuff, and there's this dog that grows a bit by itself. But if your winning is to in the end you're going to win with this deck by killing your opponent, and there is some ways to get rid of creatures your opponent has, but your creatures, they are not overwhelmingly strong, so somehow you have to find the dynamic of this deck, for example with the bird, and start getting card advantage, draw into your removal, overpower your creatures with the card draw from this, and then slowly but surely, this is also a bit card advantage, like you play this creature. It's not great. You can foretell it, and then you have to cast it for 4, and it's a 3/3 flyer. It gets you 1 creature of 2 mana or less back, a permanent, but let's assume it's a creature. It can also be a portable hole, of course. It gets it back into the field. It is advantage, but if it was really good, people would have been playing this more. So, let's see how this deck does. Maybe we'll get paired up to some opponents that are not with fully mythiced out, finely tuned decks, and maybe it will be fun. We'll just have to find out. So we go to the play queue. Let's first start a game in the play queue. We might also go for ranked play, but why punish yourself right away? Let's see if we can get some tempo out of this deck. Invert Panda. Nice. So, it right away begins very terribly. We have no blue mana. But we have we have the single Doomscar, and maybe we just foretell the Doomscar and then clean the board and draw into a blue mana. This is what I tell myself, not to take a mulligan. If we don't play against creatures, we do play against creatures. Maybe we have a mirror match right away. That would be awesome. I hope they commit a bit to the board. Yeah. Oh, okay, it's excellent. Very good. So, there's our blue mana. We'll be foretelling this. If they're putting 1/1s on the table, we might even play the tapped land next. Yes, excellent. And then they also played the tapped land. Let's see if we can get one more creature from them on the board. The next turn we'll play the Doomscar. Ooh, yeah, I have to take 7 or 8 damage. Now I'm happy. I'm happy I waited. This is an excellent catch. We'll go very low with our mana. Life, I mean, but the opponent is down to 2 cards. So, and we have, they have 3 cards, we have 6. We have the same lands. There's the owl. Flying is a problem. Let's just, I think I flash this when they attack. That's a combat trick. We don't really have another play because this will take 4 mana. We have 5. We have no 1 mana thing. Once we have this on the field, we can foretell for 1. But let's see. If they foretell now, they cannot yet play it. So they cannot get the draw card. They might foretell an instant and play it on our turn. That would give them a little bit card advantage. Pass to attackers, okay. I have to be very sensitive here. If I pass to blockers now, it will not register my horse. So I have to play it now. This is a very annoying thing. If you pass to blockers and then want to play a flash creature or effect to generate blockers, it will not work. So it will be extremely frustrating. You'll deinstall the game and throw away the hard disk. But play it now. Before you go to declare blockers, play your blocking creatures. As you can hear, I speak I speak from experience. I have had the pleasure of not being able to block because I played my flash creature too late. Okay, this might destroy an enchantment, which I'm not sure we'll encounter, but for sure we'll get also this on the board. We already played the land and we foretell this card. Foretelling is now cheap. And they give up. It's probably my slow play. What's the fact that I have only 1 card in hand and nothing solid? That's also possible. So, the blue-white deck won the mirror match. I'm happy. Look, we have these nice quests. When we play blue spells, we get a lot of experience and gold. So that's what we're going for. Let's play a ranked match with the quest deck. I have somehow wiggled my way into Mythic. I'm not very high, so don't worry. I'm only 80 something or so. But let's get playing in the ranked queue. With I'm 87% actually. Okay, this opponent doesn't know what's going to happen. They're going to play a quest deck. I go first. We have a 1 drop, which is not actually very bad. I think I want it on the field. This card can exile something. so it can grow the dog. It exile a card from the graveyard. So let's keep 7 and be greedy. Let's be aggro. They think, oh, it's a solid mono white weenie deck. Right away we're countered. Right away our whole plan fails. Okay, yeah, I'm going to foretell this. Yeah, do I want to trade the dog? Well, maybe yes. If they do a -1 to me, it's fine. It slows down their development. Yeah, very good. Another one hits the dust. So if only this lands, just let's get the board. Let's get this nice creature there. Next turn we do the Elite Spiral Minder. It's nice that we got the only one that's in our deck here. They hate this card. We'll get something juicy. Oh, this is nasty. Drawing cards. I'm a bit stuck on lands. So what do we... yeah. So they have lands enough. Mana is not an issue. If we make this more expensive, they can anyway play it in their almost in their curve, because they have this 4-drop. Let's make the dragon more expensive. If they somehow kill their zombie, it will be able to -1 my only creature, my only board presence. That was not a bad draw. Portable hole. Okay. These are both targets for portable hole. So if I don't know enough. I'm going to play the familiar. Foretell the bird. Grow the dog. Next turn. It is an enchantment. I can kill it with my clerk. That is nice. And then... No blocks. Another enchantment that I want to kill with my cleric. Yeah, this will stack with this. So let's first get rid of this one. Destroy target enchantment. And we want to grow the dog more. We cannot exile this. If we just exile this with the... let's see. Or we can get rid of this creature. This creature is getting less and less of a big deal. So let's get rid of the enchantments. Attack. They cannot kill the dog. If we block this, they'll get more mana. They have enough mana, they cannot kill a creature, so blocking this is easy. Expel, exile target tapped creature. And this one. I can play it now and remove something from the graveyard. It will grow the dog. But I've lost my enchantment destroying creature, so far what I have faced, I think I should keep it. But then the dog will not grow. And they can kill the dog. Exile target tapped creature. It's difficult. It's like they can gang up on the dog and kill it. Even if I grow it with 1, They can still gang up on the dog. They cannot play the Faceless Haven yet. They can play the dragon. But dragon comes into play tapped. So maybe that is my thing. I can exile a tapped creature. So, but they will not play it now. They might play it next turn and then it's still tapped. Okay. I think in the long run I'm not going to exile a target. Graveyard card. What shall we exile? Let's take a creature. Now they have to dedicate a lot of effort to killing. They cannot actually not kill the dog. Now that I think about it, I can just assign damage to not kill the ghast. Oh, yeah. Well, that card draw is, we're not going to survive it. But I didn't see many other ways how we could get past it. So okay, this land has no value at the moment, so I'm going to do my trick where I stay mysterious and don't drop the land. Do they block with a haven? If they block with a haven, yeah. They kill my creature and they still get to draw 2 cards, which is excellent actually. So maybe I'm misplaying here tremendously by attacking with my dog. But in 1 or 2 turns, if they attack me and what does it say? Whenever 1 or more creatures die, if I chump block, if I kill, they anyway get to draw cards. So I'm a bit stuck. Oh, next to blockers. Sorry. Draw a big stack of cards. Excellent. Well, my expel card has very little value now. I thought I'll be smart. When they play that dragon, I expel it. But they're gaining so much cards from this. Maybe what I could have done is maybe do nothing. But like I said, at some point they had 2 Faceless Havens. They would just attack for 4. The Faceless Havens have Vigilance, so yeah, I'm not sure where I would be. About not dropping the card. If I draw another land, then I can, yeah, then having played this will not make a difference because I can play anything I want to play at the moment. If I draw a spell, I can anyway drop this land and then play the spell. If I dropped it last turn, it will not add to my mana somehow. If your opponent is discarding stuff and you don't want stuff in your hand, of course play it right away. But in this way you're like, it's a little bit like a trick, yeah, like you seem more active than you actually are. On the other hand, the opponent has access to 4 cards in hand, 1 exiled card. And now just this spell there will get more cards. I don't think there's a world where I can do something useful with my deck anymore. Let's do it. Let's give them More cards. Oh, does that only happen once each turn? Ah, that's nice. Good to know. Expel. Yeah, I'm just going to drag out this game a bit more. Oh, the exile also helped not triggering this. Ah, there you are. Tapped creature. If they put this on one of their dudes, and it's flying and lifelink. Dies. Oh, yeah. Another equipped creature dies. They cannot equip this. Faster attackers. Exile the threat. Even more land. Okay. I think we get the idea. No, it's nice that you run into this a lot. When you play, especially when you don't play other quest decks that have a clear purpose. If you play ladder or more finely tuned decks, you run into decks that you cannot win, but they take a tremendous time to win themselves. Like this deck has won in my eyes, but it takes them a lot of time to get to the point where the game rules decide that I've been defeated. It's really boring, but it is what it is. No, at least they have a manland. They're trying to speed up the process a bit. Nice. 4 damage, no blocks. One more. Yeah. It's all great. It's all great. Ah, the bird. The bird. It will be on the field. If I somehow get advantage from this, I'll be very excited. So next turn they can attack with 4, 9, 11. They can attack for 11. No blocks. The very slow. 2 lands. Yeah, usually when you have 2 lands in hand, yeah, it depends a bit on what your deck has to offer. Like if your deck has not much to offer, you might even, yeah, it's obvious that I'm not doing something, but sometimes keeping cards in hand for 1 turn, it might give them a second thought. Okay, I think this is done. This game was done long ago, but yeah, my desire to continue this game has completely been removed. So, no attacks. I think we should just end it here. But the opponent is very slow. They're masterfully bad at finishing the game quickly. Good. You like it? You like to? Maybe they don't play for the quest. Maybe they just play to spend half an hour slowly grinding a match. Maybe I'm doing them a pleasure with not conceding yet. Oh, 2. Wow. It's amazing. So, if we draw a blue card, we play it for the quest. If the opponent can finally bring themselves to... there it is. Thank you. So, 1 more blue card for the quest of the day. I'm going to concede. thank you very much. This was one of the boring things I've ever done. Certainly one of the most boring things I did today. I hope my commentary was a bit worth the watch. Maybe I should have done things differently, like inform me, tell me how this could have been a more exciting match. So, we're in Mythic. We're going to get this month's Mythic rewards. That's nice. It's some free packs. They all are part of the free cards we receive. And yeah, I think I'm going one more time to the play queue, just to see if this. Oh, it's going very slow. Quests like this. Let's just do standard play queue. See if we can get an opponent with also a quest deck and a bit exciting match. What do we have here? Rotten. I go first. I have 2 lands. I have birds. I have this. I go for it. I could play this as a reaction somewhere. What do I want? Blue. Hotel. Maybe next turn we cannot do anything. We can bring this creature. I want to have these birds, and then counter something and get my own card advantage rolling. Oh, that's a nice turn 3 play. A 1/1 goblin. Are you also going to flame? No. It's getting painful. I think I'll just increase my blockers board and gain some life. And put them some pressure. Yeah, this mana acceleration is for oh, ho, my baby. I really wonder what makes you scoop against this slow opponent. Yeah, okay, well, that's a stark contrast to the ranked game. It's the power of the blue-white deck, yes. Blue-white deck that has creatures on the board and missed the land drop. I would also scoop. Okay, people. Will not go in this video till I finish my 20. It will be too long. Thank you for watching. I hope you got a bit idea what the blue-white Sky Patrol deck has to offer. Personally, I think it's a bit slow deck, but if you get the right opponent in the play queue, it is okay. You can have a nice game. I think in Mythic Ranked the deck has no place, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe I don't understand the deck. Maybe it is very powerful. I don't think so, but thanks for watching and bye bye.